Windows 11. Now let's assume you're a very big fan of Windows. You love Windows and you use Windows every day. But you're currently using Windows 10 or a later version. Windows 10 or an older version, I'll say. And as you know, Windows 11 came out when late November. It was around November 5th, November 4th that Microsoft released Windows 11. And you have been very skeptical. You're like, you know what? You're not sure if you should be upgrading to Windows 11 because what you currently have works, fine. And you would like to get the opportunity to, test Windows 11, try all the new features and all that good stuff before deciding if you're even going to upgrade. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Executor, and today we are going to be testing Windows 11. I'll be showing you guys how to install a Windows 11 virtual machine on a Kali Linux laptop using VMware Workstation. Without further ado, let's get started. So all you have to do is get to your favorite browser and Google Windows 11 ISO download, and go to Microsoft's official web page. And the first option is if you are currently on a Windows system and your computer has all the features required for you to upgrade from Windows, from whatever Windows you're running to Windows 11. So you will just download the assistant over here and it will help you do the upgrade. The second option is if you would like to download Windows 11 on a USB key or a DVD. And the third one is what we are looking for: how to download an ISO image, a disk image for virtual machine. So you're just gonna hit select 11, hit download, and it's gonna give you the option to choose a language, the language you would like to use Windows 11 on. For the purpose of this tutorial, you can just keep it to English and keep next, confirm it, and this is the last step, 64-bit. And if you click this, it's gonna download, and I'm not gonna do it because I already have it downloaded to save on time. But as soon as you click that, it's gonna download it to your computer, and you just open VMware Workstation. And if you're new to VMware Workstation, you have this big button over here that says create a virtual machine, or you can also just hit file and select new virtual machine, whichever works for you. And we're gonna, in this section, we're just gonna keep the default. Next, and unlike previous videos, in this we are going to select the third option. I will install the operating system later because it's Windows, so we're gonna be doing a lot of customization before actually uploading the ISO image. And we're gonna keep this option, Windows. Yep, that's fine. Hit next. For naming, we're gonna keep it just super generic, Windows 11, and browse to wherever you would like to store it. So I'm just gonna keep it at user, at the home users home folder, and then hit next. So the recommended is 60, and my computer currently have 1 terabyte of storage, so I can just go ahead and give Windows 11 100 gigs of storage, and we can keep this. This is fine. So this is usually when, in case you would like to move a virtual machine from one environment to another, and we're not going to be doing all those advanced stuff, so you can just leave this. This is fine. And we're gonna go ahead and just hit finish and start editing the settings. Okay, the default that it gave itself is 2 gigs. I don't have any issues with that. And 2 processors, that's fine with me. If you have, depending on your computer, if you have more, you can always give it more. And but just please be careful not to give than you can afford. So always assign resources to virtual machines depending on what your computer has. My current computer has 16 gigs, so if I want, I can up this to 4 if I want to. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and move it. Now if you're a network geek, you can go ahead and just if you have a special type of subnet where you run your virtual machines, you can select it over here. And for the purpose of this tutorial, or if you just want to go ahead and get started with testing, you can leave it at not network address translation, because the Windows will be getting a private IP from VMware Workstation. So leave it at not and don't change anything. And we're just gonna go ahead and move to the most important part. So you may have heard on the news or on social media that your computer cannot, like, you're currently running a Windows 10 and you can't upgrade to Windows 11. So Windows 11, not every computer can upgrade to Windows 11. That's what I meant to say. And that's because Microsoft has made security a big deal for Windows 11. And there is a security feature that is called TPM, Trusted Platform Model. So the reason why a lot of computers out there can run Windows 11 is because the manufacturer did not burn a trusted platform model on the motherboard to allow that security feature, and that's why you can't upgrade it to Windows 11. Now, some hackers have found ways to bypass all that, but Microsoft has been good at keeping up with, patching all those vulnerabilities. And the security feature I'm talking about is this trusted platform model. Windows 11 absolutely requires this to run. And even in a virtual machine, we still have to be able to add this feature if we want it to run. And as you can see, this is grayed out. That means we can't even add it. So in order to add this, first we're gonna go ahead and hit cancel and then go back to options, access control, and as you can see, it's currently not encrypted and Windows does not allow that. So we're gonna go ahead and hit encrypt. That just means putting a password. And if you're using this to run serious services or for a serious use, I suggest you put a long password to make it really difficult for anybody to guess. But if you're also just using this for a testing purpose, just use a simple password that you can easily remember. It's fine. Hit encrypt. And the last step is going to this section over here, cd/dvd, and upload our ISO image that we downloaded. In my previous test, I forgot this and was wondering why it wasn't turning on. So don't make that mistake. Always remember to upload it, because at the beginning we did not. We said that we elected to upload the ISO image later on. So it's usually easy for people to forget that part. And go ahead and hit save, and that should be it. Let's find out. Let's go ahead and just power it on and be quick at hitting the key here, and there we go. It's booting into Windows 11. Now, when I was doing my first test, next. When I was doing my first test, the installation took it didn't take that long, and as you know, Windows always take a long time to install, but I promise this one didn't take that long. So if you have a key, you can just go ahead and put it here. And if you're also just testing like me today, you can just go ahead and say, oh yeah, we don't have a product key, and to bypass that. If you have a key, that means you're gonna know what kind of key you have. You might have Windows Pro or Education. You can just go ahead and select whatever key you have it for, and since we're just testing, we're gonna leave it to Windows 11. Hit next, and we run into this error. So this is very easy to fix. What we're going to do, we're going to shut it down and increase the memory, and come back and try it again. Memory 2 probably is the issue here. We're just gonna go ahead and just bump it up to 4. Bump it up to 4 and try it again. There we go. Let's retry it again and see. Next, install now. I don't have a product key. Next. And we still have more requirements to satisfy, so we'll go ahead and shut it down and increase the processors. Let's give it 4 and try it again. You know what? I'll just go ahead and just select these features to help with the virtualization. And hit next and see if it worked this time. Go ahead and hit next. I don't have a product key. Next. And we still don't meet the requirements. Interesting. Let's go back and see what else needs tweaking. 4 and 4. Let's put 2 cores. Oh man. See, this is what the problem is. Ladies and gentlemen, I advise you guys to not be like me. Remember when I gave that whole entire speech about the trusted platform model and how it wouldn't run unless we actually have that? Well, I forgot to add it. So learn from my mistake and don't waste your time if you actually decide to follow this process. Okay, so I simply forgot to add the same feature that I spent a long time telling you about. So, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and decrease this, Oh yeah, let's just like that and see. That's actually the reason why we weren't able to. It's been failing because I totally and completely forgot to add the TPM feature that I so spoke about. Next. And this time we shouldn't be having any issues. Okay, next. Install now. I don't have a key. Next. And it still doesn't. Okay. We'll just go back and put the memory back to 4 gigs. Maybe 4 cores of the CPU. Oh, let's leave this to 2 and see. Okay. And let's see how it goes this time. Next. I don't have a product key. Next. And there we go. Go ahead and accept the terms and conditions. Custom. And hit next. And there we go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I did all that was just so you guys can learn some troubleshooting skills. So if I wanted, I could have just gone on Microsoft's website and just, write down all the minimum requirements and just put everything exactly as it should be and just fast forward. But I just wanted you guys to see, just in case some of you guys are wondering why you give a certain number of memory or a certain number of CPU to a virtual machine when it comes to Windows. I wanted you guys to see that yourselves and learn from it. So now that I have done all that and you see the minimum requirements, when you're doing it for yourself, you don't have to repeat the same mistakes. You can just go ahead and put the required minimum for each feature and just fast forward into the download. I hope you guys have learned something. And most importantly, when it comes to Windows, do not forget to add the trusted platform model. That security feature is the determining factor when it comes to running Windows 11. And this section shouldn't take more than 3 to 4 minutes, because when I tried it earlier today, it really didn't take that long at all. So as you can see, we're almost halfway through, and yeah, grab your favorite beverage and let Windows do its thing. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just gonna get up and dance to this song and come back. already, and I see it has completed. I'm gonna let it restart. And when we restart, we're gonna have to put that password that we chose during the creation of the trusted platform model. So whenever we turn this virtual machine off, let me just exit there. Yes. So whenever we power it off from now on, we will always have to put the password before we can actually open it up. And that's it. It's just as if you were actually using an actual computer and we're putting in a username and password, or simply a password. And now Windows 11, they incorporated a PIN. So, but yes, remember that password, because you're gonna be needing that every single time you power on your virtual machine, your Windows 11 virtual machine. This part shouldn't take that long. Let's give it a few minutes. For the time being, I'm gonna enter the full screen here. Already, and there we go, almost done. So we're gonna go ahead and say yes. So that's where we are. Yes. Skip. It's checking for updates to make sure that we have the latest features and all that good stuff. This shouldn't take long. already. So let's give it a name of Windows. Super creative, right? Hit next. As you can see, there's a lot of restarting. That's just Windows, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's unfortunate. Okay. Now this is the part where, if you want, you can actually put your Microsoft account to synchronize everything, and hit next. Put the password. And hit sign in, and as you can see, it will actually add your Microsoft account, and you'll be able to access every single file or folder that you have in your account. It will synchronize it for you, and this is the part where you actually create a pin, so you don't have to be putting the password all the time, like I was saying. So I'll just go ahead and put a super secure pin and hit next. If you want to make it even harder, you can actually check this box to include numbers and letters and symbols, but for the purpose of the tutorial, just digits are just fine, numbers are just fine. And if you currently have a Windows computer and you want to restore from that computer, you can hit this option, this first option. I don't want to do that since this is just a test, and I'll be deleting it. I'll just set it up as new. So for privacy, if you really worry about your privacy, you have to just turn all these things off, because we are already being tracked enough by the internet. But it's up to you. It depends on the reason why you are setting up this virtual machine. So I'll just turn all of them off and just hit accept and move on. Entertainment, all that good stuff. If you actually want to use this for day-to-day use, you can check all these boxes so that it can be loaded and be ready for you as soon as as soon as it's done. But we're just gonna skip all that because this video is already taking longer than I really hoped. Next. If you're a gamer, you can just take the opportunity to join it here, so that you can be, you can connect your Microsoft accounts for your video games and all that good stuff. I'll skip that. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is Windows 11 for you, ready to go. And this is it. This is the starting page, as you can see. It's a whole new redesign of the whole entire home page. And as you can see, of course, we're not done because see how teeny tiny the screen is. To solve that issue, we just have to go to the VM tab and install VMware tools, just like we do with most operating systems. And hit install. That will fix the screen resolution immediately. Okay, we're gonna double click that, and we're gonna wanna run it, and we just follow this wizard over here and say yes. And as you see, it's preparing for installation. This shouldn't take that long, really. All right, we're gonna go ahead and hit next, install. Alright, looks like it's almost done, and it should be resizing the screen automatically. Finish. So this says that we must restart it for the screen to for the change to take effect. And you know what, for proof of concept, I'll just hit yes. Let's log in with the pin that we created. And the screen system did not resolve automatically. So what we are going to do as a backup plan is simply, it should have automatically resized. If not, we're just gonna have to restart the VM, because the VMware tools probably ran into some issues and did not, and that's why it did not automatically resize the screen. So let's quickly go ahead and oh, okay. We didn't even need to restart it, and it actually worked. It was just taking a long time, I assume. And this is it. This is Windows 11 for you, ready to go with your actual Microsoft account. And as you can see, the folders in here, I actually have these folders in my Microsoft account, and that's why they appear here. So I mean, if you're a Windows user, you already know how to just, go around, poke around, learn about all the new features. For example, changing the theme from the the white color if it's too bright to something that is dark and easy on your eyes. You already know where to do that. Let's go to personalization. When you get here, you can just select any theme you want. If you like it on the dark side, this is it, and the whole thing becomes dark and easy on your eyes. Well, this video already took too long. I'm gonna go ahead and just end it here. If you guys have any comments, suggestions, let me know, and I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to install Windows 11 virtual machine. And please subscribe to my channel so you can be notified every time there is a new video, and share them with friends so that others may learn. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. Thank you for watching.